Damn. What's up, everybody? Man, I just got back from playing ball. The hell is this on? Crust in my mouth. Just came back from playing ball. I had to run back here just to get this live in. We are not going to keep you here long tonight. It's not going to be a long one tonight. Dude voting Caruso, man. Hell no. Are people really voting Caruso to be in the what's the name? What the hell? Get out of here. There's no way people are voting Caruso. I know a lot of people like how Caruso plays and likes his style of play or whatever, but there's no way people can be voting him for the All-Star game. My computer is on some BS right now. I hope it don't die. It might die. So give me 1 second. Hold on. Let's talk. Oh man. So we're just waiting on Park. I don't know where this guy's at, man. Text him, but it's live streams, bro. This is kind of a impromptu live. My computer is just sounding crazy right now. Let me text Park and see where he's at. I thought I was gonna be late. Stay Park, man. Alex Caruso, an NBA All-Star. Now that would be a sight to see. Something is in this. Shit is sounding crazy right now. I don't know why it's bugging like this. What's up, everybody, man? We're not going to keep you here long tonight or today. Or this is just going to be short and sweet.
Man, you still got the AAU thing up there.
The
You still got the AAU thing up there.
Oh, yeah, I got to change that.
Oh.
There we go. Yeah, I just came back from playing basketball. I had to rush.
Yeah, I was just getting a quick workout and I was doing something with Maya and I completely lost track. I thought it was like, I still got 5 more minutes. Definitely got 5 more minutes. I was about to go Instagram live too.
Go ahead. You going? Yeah, go live.
Yeah.
So, guys, we are not going to keep you long here today. We are just going to talk about the NBA All-Stars, who are the leading voters right now for the NBA All-Stars. And I did a video before about the early season MVP. So let's see what has changed since I've made that video. I want to see when I made that. Actually, I want to bring that video up. Actually, no, I want to see who. I don't even remember who was the.
No, I don't even know how to go live. I'm liking it.
On Instagram?
Yeah. I don't go live ever. Oh, wait, hold up. I think I know. There we go. There it is. I got it.
What's up, Kyrie? You said you were thinking about what? What are you talking about, Kyrie? My computer is acting up. My junk be acting up sometimes, man. This computer be on some oh.
He said T-Mac is a wish version of.
What'd he say?
He said T-Mac is a wish version of Kobe. That's funny. All right, so I got my thing up here.
So, guys, I'm just trying to bring up the old video. So we're gonna talk about the NBA MVPs so far. What's changed since I did that last video on them? I want to bring up that last video and just see.
Let's go. Hold up. Are you on Instagram? I'm gonna try to. I just gotta invite you. You gotta join.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you do it already?
Yeah, I'm on now. And man. Yeah, let's talk about this. All-Star. You have the list?
Yeah, so you want to start off with All-Star or you want to start off with MVP?
Let's go All-Star first, and then we'll talk about MVP.
All right. So
there's always going to be somebody left off, right? There's always going to be one player that, they're going to snub as usual.
Definitely. Hold on, let me
There you go. I got you.
Yeah, that's a fact. So I'm gonna bring up quick introduction. So this is, I don't even know if this is bigger than bad. This is impromptu. We're just trying to do things and just try to figure out hold on, let me mute this, turn this off. All right.
Yeah, same.
Just trying to figure out how everything is gonna work and everything like that. So this is not gonna be a long one today. Bigger than basketball. We're gonna come to you guys. So if you guys are catching this live, or if you see this, if you catch this before tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time, we're gonna be going live again tomorrow at 1 p.m. to let's just keep doing this. To preview the Nets vs Golden State Warriors game. So make sure you stay tuned for that tomorrow. That game is going to be a doozy. And we'll actually probably come back on Tuesday and then talk about the outcome of the game. But I know it's going to be a great game. So you said you want to start off with All-Star votes? All-Star?
Yeah, let's see what is it looking like. I saw it early. Okay. I saw them early, and now see what they got going on.
All right, so we'll start with the results. Do you want to start with the results, or let's start with the results, and then because then the NBA had 5 takeaways from it too. So let's just start with the results right now. All right, so right now the NBA All-Stars for the Western Conference front court is the 2021 All-Stars are LeBron James leading the pack. Nikola.
Yeah.
Nikola. Jokic. Kawhi, Anthony Davis, Paul George, Zion. I'm surprised Zion. Actually, I'm surprised. Zion's actually.
He's a fan favorite.
I'm surprised he's not higher because they usually do stuff like that where they just vote like them, whatever. Andrew Wiggins. Wow.
Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yo, this is my first. So when I do stuff like this, I don't want to see things early. I want to just come into it without knowing. So this is my first time even looking at the numbers. All I know is that KD was leading and everybody. But wow, Andrew Wiggins is playing this good. Hold on. So let me just.
I don't think so.
I just want to see his stats. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Can you read it, or can you not see it? Can you see after Andrew Wiggins?
Yeah, I can see it. We got Christian Wood.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and keep going.
I could see Christian Wood. I could see that. I mean, that's he's having a pretty breakout season. People are like, wow, I haven't seen I mean, his story is interesting. I mean, he played in China, right? He came over here, and then he actually got a shot. They actually said he wasn't strong enough. His frame wasn't big enough when he was in China. He didn't think he was going to be that dominant, and he was pretty good there. So then who we got? Brandon Ingram. Yeah, he's having a breakout year. He's playing really well. And Carmelo. You know, he actually had a really good game last night. He sealed it for them last
No, he
night.
played. Yeah, he played good. He played good last night. That's crazy, Melo. So Andrew Wiggins is 17.6 points per game. I mean, he's shooting 47%. That's not bad. 37 from the three.
But is that all-star worthy? You know what I mean? So like,
I'm saying it's weird.
Who else? Right? What other players is he above?
That's what I'm saying with this, because even I love Melo, but even with Carmelo, how is he on this?
That's where it's just fan voting, you know, right? I mean, it's just fan voting. So it's like, who are you actually going to get? Because I mean, it doesn't even matter, right? We're talking about how many actually make it front court, back court. You've got, was it 12?
I couldn't even tell. First of all, before you go, so Carmelo's averaging 13.7 points. How the hell is he on this? This is just nonsense. It's
all the fans, you know, because obviously that's whatever this guy over here, dude, man, was saying Caruso, right? So if you go, to the guards,
that's nonsense. Yeah. All right. So the guards, we got Steph Curry. That's easy. Luka, that's easy. Dame, that's easy. Donovan Mitchell, I agree. Ja Morant. So Ja Morant has been, if I'm mistaken, has been injured, right? I haven't seen.
No, he's been playing. He's been playing.
Back? He's back. Okay.
Yeah, he's back. After
just
that,
he's
back.
They don't show Memphis games like that. Then
no, but they actually, I mean, they have a winning record right now. At least I think, or they're close. They're almost 500. So I think they're in the play. I think they're seeded right now.
They are.
I think they are. I got to look at standings.
Look it up. And then I'll keep going. They got Ja Morant, Devin Booker. I'm not mad at that. Oh, CP number 7. I'm not mad at that.
I actually think he's having a great year, so he deserves that.
They have Klay Thompson.
Yeah, which is ridiculous. So again, just fans voting.
CJ McCollum. I know he's been hurt. I know for a fact he's been hurt. He hasn't been playing. So
yeah.
And then they definitely do. Actually, I thought he was joking with Alex Caruso. They definitely.
No, I saw that he cracked the top 10. Grizzlies are 10-10. So
are they in the? Is that playoffs?
They're 9th.
Okay,
they're 9th.
So they're like a game or 2 games.
They're 1 game out behind the Warriors. Yeah, they're tied with the Kings.
I'm not mad at that. I like Ja Morant. I like his game. I like it. He reminds me of a better Steve Francis, like a little better. But he's saying like athletic. Like everything's a little bit better. He reminds me of.
He kind of reminds me of Westbrook, but way better.
Yeah, he's way better than Westbrook. All right, so let's go to the Eastern Conference. So the Eastern. So do you have it? So like you said, once you get past like 7, 6, 7, like it's like whatever.
It doesn't even matter at that point. Yeah.
But like the starters are always going to be the starters, and then they get the what's the name, the GMs and the coaches, right, or something, pick the rest the bench. So it's like and the players or something. So it don't even matter.
Well, we got one coach. I guess they can. The coaches got one, and then there's like reserves. But I mean, with Anthony Davis not feeling 100%, he may not play, right? So
I wouldn't be surprised if LeBron and them. I wouldn't be surprised if they like a lot of them just be like, I'm not playing today, but.
Yeah, you saw LeBron's comments, right? He was like, he's not excited for it.
Yeah, he's mad about it or whatever.
Yes, so.
Yeah. All right, so the Eastern Conference, we got KD, who's leading all votes. We got Giannis, Joel, Embiid, yep. Tatum, yep. Butler, yep. Bam, yep. Sabonis, I like Sabonis' game. I like Sabonis, man.
They're playing well.
Randall's playing good. Hayward, I'm not mad at any of these. The top 10.
No, they're actually really good.
That's actually not. There's nothing wrong with that top 10. I have no argument with that top 10.
Do you know if they're voting again? Are they gonna? I mean, are they are drafting again?
I'm not sure. I don't even know how.
See, this is where
yeah. So it says here
conferences don't make sense.
I'm not sure, man. I don't even know how they're gonna do this.
Because this is where the best players in the league should be playing, not by conference, because we know the conferences are loaded. So I think the front court for the West is trash. Compared to that, I would have more.
Okay,
from the East.
So let me read off the guards, and then we're gonna create our five. We'll go five
Yeah.
to five, and see who would be playing against each other.
All right.
Bradley Beal. So these are the guards for the
He finally got in.
Yeah, he always gets snubbed. Him and even Dame a little. Dame be getting snubbed a lot too, man. They don't make it. But Beal, yep, Kyrie, yeah, Harden, yeah, Brown, yep, Jack, Trey, Colin, yeah. I don't argue with any of this. This is actually perfect. I'm not mad at none of this. The East got it right with the fan stuff. But so what would you take? So you would just take. So let's just make it simple and just go by the top five vote getters for each conference. So if we were going for the Western Conference, who would be the starting five of the 2021 All-Stars? It would be LeBron,
Jokic,
Kawhi, Steph,
and Luka.
Right? Yep. Okay, so you remember that. I'm not definitely not gonna remember.
Yeah.
You remember that? So LeBron, Jokic, Kawhi, Steph, Luka,
yeah.
Okay. And they're going up against KD, Giannis, Joel Embiid, Beal, and Kyrie. That's a good matchup, actually.
I think the West takes that.
Joel.
Because Jokic, I like Jokic. I mean, Jokic. I just think that they take that.
You know what? You know what's funny? Since we talked about Embiid, I've been watching this game. Embiid is better than what people are saying. Embiid is good as hell. Actually, I did not know he was good like this. Embiid is good as hell. Like he is really good. He can do like everything a post player needs to do, except for like the assist for Jokic. But other than that, he does.
Yeah, he's a true post.
He's good, man. So LeBron against KD will wash that matchup. Jokic against Embiid will just wash that matchup. Giannis, I think this is good. Why not Giannis versus Kawhi? I mean,
yeah,
they're both Kawhi. Yeah, Kawhi's better than him, but I mean, it's not like it's an all-star game. It's not like it's gonna be nothing crazy. Steph and Kyrie, I'm watching that, and then Luka and Bradley Beal. I think that'd be a good game.
Yeah,
I think if that happens like that, that would be a good matchup for that to happen.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, so okay, yeah. So the NBA had 5 takeaways. So let's just go through them real quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who do you think should have been on there?
So let's see if we agree or disagree with what they say with this stuff, what they talk about. Okay. All right, so this is the from NBA.com. This is the 5 takeaways from the second fan returns of the NBA All-Star Voting 2021. So the first thing, LeBron is back where he belongs. So what does that mean? He's number one, like the number one voter?
Number one overall number one in voting.
Oh, okay.
It's coming off the chip. I mean, can you argue with it?
I don't know. He's always gonna be probably until he unless he drops off the wagon, like really just turns into a real like role player or something like that. I don't see him ever not really being number one because his team is always successful. They're always gonna be winning, so it's not about the wins and losses for that. But I'm not mad at that. I don't disagree. I don't care about that. I really don't even care about LeBron. Who cares? Too early to call some races. So what is this? James are locked to be voted. So they're saying that some people might get up and go down. But that's always how it is. It's always like that. Like because can't you vote multiple times? Like for this?
Yeah, I don't even know how the voting works.
I thought you were like able to like vote multiple times, like on it, like stuff like that. But I agree with that. I mean, I don't think it ever stays like how it is. Beal winning, Wizards less. That's always the biggest argument. So it says Beal winning, Wizards less so. So the argument with All-Star voting is always comes down to this, where you hear people have the biggest argument is like, does a good player on a top team get to make it over a player that's killing on a team that's not doing so well? Like, that's always the biggest argument that they have for that.
Yeah, I forget who he got snubbed for last year, like who made it over him. But I mean, the Wizards suck. That's the bottom line. But I mean, he's getting voted number one because everybody knows he should have made it last year, and he's killing this year. I mean, he's number one in points, so it's not a surprise he's up there. Will he end number one for the guards in the East? I don't know. Maybe. Who's going to overtake him though? I don't know. I don't think
the
there's
only one
a
who
bigger
really had the chance was Kyrie or Harden, but I don't think they played enough to get over him now. But I'm with the group that says I don't care if you're on a trash team. This is the All-Star game. This has nothing to do with
you want the best talent out there.
Players. Yeah, I don't care about the team's not doing so good. Does he deserve? Man, that doesn't. If he's killing, then he deserves to be an All-Star. That's the point.
Yeah,
it's low key individual. It's an individual accolade. It's not about team success for All-Star game. You know what I mean? It's the best of people want to just see the best of the best.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm never mad. I'm never mad with a great team, a great player on a trash team makes it. I'm never mad at that. I don't care. That doesn't affect me. Double the time, double the votes. So I don't know what the hell this means. Plays the two on court, same 10 players. I don't know what that means. Let's skip that. I don't even know what the hell that means.
I don't know what they're talking about.
I don't know what double the. I don't even know what that means. Clay makes his move.
It doesn't make sense.
People are so funny. I think low key people. It's always anytime you have a voting system, there's always going to be people that just make it funny and make a joke. Especially where I don't quote me, but I think you can vote multiple times. So I think you're able to put as many votes as you want.
I remember. I mean, like. Well, they had Vince. They had Vince the one year. They were trying to get him on there. They had like a joke for somebody else too. I think Boban was getting votes before. So I mean, they're everybody's just voting for whoever.
I think that was the year. I think that was the year where Jordan's last year. Remember, they didn't want him. Then he had to decide to let Jordan start. Remember, he was going against Jordan starting, and then they're like,
BC, yeah.
Nah, so that's hilarious. There's always, like we said, there's always gonna be nonsense like this. Who cares about it? It's just stupid. But all right, so Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson is a comedian. He's like I don't know. Like he's funny. He's a funny guy, man. He's a funny guy. But so you agree. So you pretty much agree when it comes to I'm not even the West. Because like I said, I'm only looking at the top. Once I read off the top 5, I'm like, that's who's going to make it anyway. And then everybody else is up for whatever. So I'm not mad at either side.
I don't think you can really be mad until they announce like the total, like who it is at the end. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know who they're missing right now. I can't think of anybody that's really outstanding.
It's actually funny because when you have great players in the league, it's usually always like for a good 10 years straight, it's always going to be the same 10 players starting pretty much. You might get 1 or 2 new people in there, but it's usually going to be like the same 8 to 10 people that are always going to be all-stars. You know what I mean? Because you already know like low-key who the top players are.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All right.
Just because it's like who becomes starters or who's coming off the bench, or if there's like one guy.
Yep.
That's it.
All right. So before we go, so hopefully this works. So before we go to the NBA MVPs, the top people in the MVP vote right now, we are going to see the video I did. I just want to see who were the top 5 when I did this video and see what changed. So I made this video. When did I do this? January 13th. So about a month ago.
Month tomorrow, yep.
About a month ago. All right, so we're not gonna go through the whole video. I just want to see the 5 people.
At number 5, we have the one and only Stephen Curry of the Golden State Warriors. He is averaging 29.6 points per game, 5 rebounds, 6.3 assists, and 1 steal.
Okay, so that's a good stat. So Steph Curry was number 5 last. So you want to do it like this? Do you want to go see this, then go to number 5, then go back like that, or you want to? You want to do it like that, or you want to see the whole 5?
Let's watch the whole thing.
The whole 5? Okay. So so make sure you remember. So see if you can remember this. So Steph Curry is 5, 29 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal. All right. And coming in at number 4.
5. At number 4 is Joel Embiid, averaging 24.6 points, 11.8 rebounds, 3.3 assists, 1.8 blocks, and 1.1 steals per game. So
Joel number 2. Do you have? I mean, not number 2, but 4. So do you have any argument with this? So I think this was what, like when did the league? It started like right before Christmas, right? So like early December.
Yeah, this was early. Like this was like
this is early. I think this was I want to say that this was the first list they made. The first top 5 they made, or top 10 or whatever. But let's see. All right. So far we got Curry and Joel.
Paul George of the LA Clippers, and he's averaging 24.6 points, 6.5 rebounds, 4.8 assists, and 1.6 steals per game.
So out of everybody right now so far, I think Paul George probably is gonna not be in. I don't think Paul George is going to be in it anymore. I think Steph is still going to. I think Steph is going to. So let's go through it first, and this is what, and then we'll say what you think, and I'll say what I think before we look at it. All right. So number 2,
averaging 27.6 points, 9 rebounds.
Skipped his name.
At number 2, Luka Doncic of the Dallas Mavericks, averaging 27.6 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, and 1 steal per game.
That's good stats, man. That's good stats.
Tough,
right. And last but not least, I think we all have
number 1. Lord have mercy. It has to be the one they all love. They call him the King. LeBron James of the Los Angeles Lakers, averaging 24.2 points per game, 8.6 rebounds, 7.9 assists, and 1.0 steals per game.
So low key, those aren't crazy stats. First of all,
no,
those stats are not crazy stats. Like he's definitely done better, but I think so. So then I'll give you my opinion first, and you give
you. Yeah, go ahead.
So out of the top 5, so what was it? It was Steph, Embiid, PG, Luka, and LeBron. So out of them, I don't think Paul George is in there anymore. I wouldn't be surprised if Luka's not in there anymore, actually, either. I don't think Paul George or Luka is going to be in there anymore. This would be my guess. I think LeBron is still going to be number 1. I think Steph is going to be number 2. Oh man, no, I'm lying. Shoot. So I want to guess this. I want to see if I can guess this. So I think I know LeBron's gonna be number 1. I'm just going because I know they really care about records too so much. So since they care about records so much, I think Philly's number 1. So I think it's gonna be LeBron number 1, Joel number 2. Damn, this is the tough one because this is Jokic and Steph. Man. You know what? I would go because Steph is just killing so much. I would go Steph. I'm going to go Steph. Steph number 3, Jokic 4, and then who else is doing it? I don't know. You just throw whoever you want in there. I mean, maybe Kyrie would get it. No, because they're not doing good. Who's doing good? I don't have no clue. Maybe Paul George would still be in there. No. I think they might throw Kawhi in there. They might have thrown Kawhi in there now at number 5. So that would be my top 5 now. My guess.
Yeah, I think Paul George might have dropped off, but I don't know. I think he's probably. I think he might be 5. I think Luka dropped. I think Luka might be 4. Joel, I agree. I think he's probably 2nd. LeBron's still 1st. Curry's up there. But the one I think they're probably going to put in there now is Beal. I think Bradley's going to be in there because he's averaging over 30 points a game.
So you think he's gonna be number 5? Beal might be number 5.
Yeah, he might be number 4 or 5. I don't know. Can you not put Durant in there too? Has he not played enough?
Ah, man, KD.
So I would put maybe Beal and Durant up there. But everybody's still talking about Paul George. So I don't know. Because Luka's team, they've been struggling so much, even though he's been playing. He was playing okay. I shouldn't say he was playing great. He was just solid. Like, he was just playing. So I would probably, let's go LeBron, Embiid, Steph, Beal, Durant.
All right.
I'm going to be so off, but that's who I think it should be.
I think we both got it right with LeBron.
Yeah.
And we both agree that Steph is definitely moving up. And Embiid is moving up as well.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Let's see if we were wrong. Let's see if we agree. Let's see where that. All right. So this is both of our first time. I haven't even seen this yet. I haven't even looked at it. I just opened it. I wanted to see it fresh.
Yeah, I haven't looked.
You want to start from 1? Let's go. So I'm going to scroll all the way down. I'm going to skip.
Yeah, let's skip.
We'll go up, so we don't even see it. Okay. So rounding out the top 10.
Yeah.
Paul George. Damn, Luka dropped that much too. Paul George.
Yeah. I told you he wasn't playing that great.
Steph is number 7. He's not even in the 5. Wow.
But see, Paul George dropped. You see, he dropped because he's been playing well, but he hasn't been consistent.
Jen, hey, what's up, Jen? Thanks for coming through, Jen. What's up? Yo, that's crazy. I would have never thought that Steph would. I thought Steph, because he's just such a fan favorite, and everybody's saying he's having a better year, which I agree, than his MVP year, and he is killing. So I'm surprised.
I think he's going to move up. I think the next article you see, he's going to move up.
And it's not like they're like 12 and 20. You know what I mean? They're, I think, 500 or 2 games over 5. Like, they're not trash. So
they're 8th. They're 8th. They're 8th right now. They are. Hold up. They are.
That is low key.
14 and 12. They're 14 and 12.
That's low-key crazy. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, it's a little disrespectful.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I think it's a little disrespectful.
That I'm surprised. Even Giannis is usually just always in the what's the name? I'm so surprised about that too.
But I think people are seeing his limitations. You know what I mean? And they're not dominating the East like they were. So that's why you put Embiid there, because he's doing better.
Yeah, my phone just died for IG, so sorry. That shit is over. I'm gonna see if I can. All right. So I'm this is low key makes me like really looking forward to see who the hell is in this top 5. That is crazy.
Oh, so now everybody just gets to look at me on Instagram. They're not going to see.
They
don't hear you.
It went down. It's over. All right. So I am.
Let's see if I can do this. Don't pull it around.
All right. Ready?
Behind the scenes.
Number 5, Kawhi Leonard. So where was he in the other one? He wasn't on there, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't on there. You called that. That.
That's what I call. Yeah.
Yeah, you called that.
I know basketball. I know. I just knew that because he's low key the best player on the team. So even though Paul George be going up and down.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing you can't disagree about Kawhi Leonard, he is consistent. He's just consistently going to give you 30, you know what I mean? Just 25 to 30 points a game, get his little rebounds, here's a little assist here. Like, he just very, very Kobe-esque like that. Like, you know what you're getting from him every game. So that's why I did not. Who did you say? Did you remember who you said with number 5?
I said Durant.
Okay.
But he's not even on the list. I don't even think he's on the list.
Kawhi, that's a great guess. I mean, I'm nice with it, man. All right, number 4. Oh,
I was right. He did get on the list.
KD. Who did I say? I said what's the name? Jokic. I'm actually not surprised. You're right. I wasn't even thinking. I should have definitely did because he's killing it. And they're like the same thing like that. I think they're probably like 5th or 6th, so they're right there and they're gonna be there no matter what. But he's playing.
Yeah, they are 3rd. They're
They're
third.
third. Yeah, that's crazy. And that shows you the Eastern Conference because they low key win a game, lose a game, win a game.
Yeah, they're
lose a
13 and
game.
11. They're not even, or no, they're 15 and 12. Sorry, they're 15 and 12.
There's low key no real consistency with them, like when they play.
Yeah, they lost to the Pistons the other night.
Yeah, I watched that game. I low key try to catch every game now. I try my best to catch every game. But when I see it, I'm like, yo, that's crazy. They definitely like lose. I can see your ring light. You're hilarious. I think I'm back.
I know.
I just sent you a request. I sent you a request.
I'm giving it behind the scenes looks.
I sent you a request on it.
Oh, you good?
Good, yeah.
All right.
Back around.
All right. So far we both got one right? So far we got both.
Yeah, I got Durant in there. You got yep.
So let's see. Number 3, Jokic. Did you say Jokic was still on
Nope,
you?
you did.
Jokic.
You did.
So the reason, because I don't know what their record is, but I assume it's like okay, but they're always gonna be there, whatever. And I think he's first of all, you got to think about things like this. Like the offense he plays in is always gonna be pertained to him. So he's always gonna get those stats. You know what I mean? Because how much he probably has the ball in his hands, what, 80% of the time, 85% of the time in their offense.
He got Jamal Murray, so
I mean, if it's not, but you got to think if Jamal Murray he's probably doing a pick and roll with him. So he's like probably involved in pretty much everything.
He's always involved in the offense.
So he has a chance. Yeah. So these rebounds and assists and all that stuff, I think is just all gonna continue to add up. Like it's not. He'll be there. The 3 I just said, I don't see them dropping off unless somebody unless Steph just continues to do crazy. Somebody's gonna have to kick them out of this list. So I think number 2 and 1 is gonna be the ones I
don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
Joel. So Joel, like I said, I don't know how many games you caught since we last talked about Joel. Yeah. But like I understand when people say that he seems like he doesn't want to play sometimes, all this stuff, but bruh, I didn't know the last game he played, I forget who he was playing against, but this guy was hitting banks. And I was like, yo, this guy is like good. Like he's really good. Like he's he has guard skills too, like low key. He could do like
he's just slow, right? He's just slow, but
he's a very, very slow. But I mean, he's a big guy. Pause. He's a huge person. But I think I think he deserves to be in the in that spot. And God. This guy, man.
Look at that. 25, 8 and 8. I mean, that's for somebody to be in year 8, 17, 18, whatever it is.
That's low key.
In those just still with those stats is ridiculous.
That's low key insanity. To still be able to play like that and at this level like that is like that boggles my mind. Like I know I'm not the only one that says. I mean, not the only one that probably feels like this or whatever. But I'm jealous. I am definitely jealous of that. Like him being able to play at such a high level still like that. Like it is crazy. But yeah, I agree with that. So that MVP list right there, I'm not mad at that.
I can't believe Bradley Beal's not on there at all. Not even in the top 10.
I think because their team is just not good enough.
I know they just.
I understand. Like with MVP, like how I said against All-Star, I understand why. I don't agree with it, but MVP, I understand why because you got to think, you got to like it is about somewhat making your team a decent content, something good. He's gonna have the Did Kevin Durant win an MVP with Westbrook?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Hold on.
I was gonna say that Russell Westbrook is a jinx. I wonder if KD won that. I do believe he won.
Yeah, he won. He won with the Thunder. Yeah, he won with the Thunder, the MVP.
And they were good. Mm-hmm. I think that was the year that they should have beat Golden State, but they were up 3-1 and they lost
Yeah. But he averaged 32 points a game.
Damn. He had to be the leading scorer. I would think so.
Yeah. But I wonder how many times the leading scorer for the league wasn't in the MVP race. You know what I mean? Even though even though the team sucks, how Bradley Beal is not even in the top 10 conversation. I think he's going to get traded.
Didn't he say he didn't want to?
I don't know. I think there's just still his value is never going to be higher. Like this will be his first all. Well, I don't know if his first All-Star. Yeah, I guess it is his first All-Star appearance, right? So yeah,
I think it says Blake Griffin hasn't dunked in an NBA game since 2019. Is that real? If that's real, that's insanity.
Yeah, he had a good move the other night. I was surprised. He had a good move. Yeah, he hasn't been. This will be his first. Bradley Beal. He was an NBA All-Star. He got snubbed last year. He was 18, 19. I guess he didn't get 20.
For real?
He wasn't there last year. Yeah,
that's crazy.
But yeah, he's averaging a lot of points.
I would have never thought that. I don't remember that. You remember? Does it say the year?
For what?
That he was All-Star?
2018 and then 2019.
That was
so he has been an All-Star before.
I remember that. That was when Wall was Wall hurt that year, or was he good? He was still playing there?
Wall was hurt last year, so I mean, it might have been hurt at the end of that 19 year, but
that's crazy. I did not know that.
I didn't know he had the. But right now what is he points? He's averaging 32.8 points a game.
He leads the league, right?
Yeah. So that's. I don't know. I don't know how you can argue with him being in the MVP talks. I think he's that right there. He's being.
So let's see the like who's leading and what. Like who's leading in points, assists. Let's see who's like leading. All right,
I'm looking right now.
All right, let me share it. So, give me 1 second. NBA stats.
Yeah, I was in the.
Okay. So we got. What's this? All right, so we got rebounds, and we got points. Let's go points per game.
Yeah, look at that.
Beal, Steph, Dame Lillard, Embiid, and Zach LaVine. I did not know Zach LaVine was this high.
Yeah.
Wow, that's actually crazy. I did not know he was this high. I didn't know Steph was actually. Damn, that's decent. Yeah, they be just scoring points. This is crazy points per game. Are you one that cares about shooting percentage?
No.
I'm pretty sure Bradley Beal has to be like 45% or something crazy.
He's shooting 46%, I think.
Yeah, something low. I know he's a low shooter.
That's still pretty. I mean, almost 50%.
Clint Capella is leading in rebounds.
It's on the Hawks.
George Ayton, James Harden. I knew that was gonna stay. That's gonna stay like that. Chris Paul's in the top.
Yeah.
Miles Turner leads in blocks, steals, Nance. Jared Allen. That's all from the Nets. Most of that is Nets. Steph with 131 threes. Jeremy Lamb leads in 3-point percent. That's still so. This is what's so crazy to me is that Steph leads in 3-pointers made, and he's still number 2 in percentage. I mean,
No, that's his brother.
that's so crazy to me.
That's Seth.
There's nobody. Oh, that's Seth. Oh, I'm about to say, I'm bugging. I'm about to say that's too crazy. What's Steph's? I'm gonna look. I want to see what Steph's is. What his percentage is. I'm about to say that's insanity. if he's able to shoot 50%,
that's crazy.
Steph is at 43. That's way lower. Even though that's still excellent. It's just more understandable. He shoots 12 threes per game. That's amazing.
That's a lot. That's why people call him one-dimensional. But come on, man, if you're good at something, then you do that.
This is so. Let's just stay here and just stay with it. And let's see the standings. Just stay with.
Yeah, I can't understand. I went back to that article where it was like the next 5. So it was Giannis, Steph, like Dame, Luka, and Paul George. But like the next ones after that are Donovan Mitchell, Jason Tatum, Kyrie, Rudy Gobert, Jaylen Brown. Like, I don't understand how you still at that point, the top 15, don't have the guy who's leading the league in points.
Wait, say it again. Say them again.
So you got Donovan Mitchell, Jason Tatum, Kyrie, Rudy Gobert, and Jaylen Brown. I just
Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, how do you not have
Rudy Gobert?
I just don't get it.
I would never who would ever think of Rudy Gobert?
It's because the teams suck. I get it. Like if you
How bad are they? How bad are they? Are they bad?
They're the second. Yeah, they're second worst record in the
league. That's I have it right here. I just
I mean it's bad.
Damn, they're the definition of trash.
Yeah, it's bad. But I mean, like, man. You just said Zach LaVine. He's like 4th in points, 28.4, whatever it was, and they're 11th. I mean, they're only one game. They're half a game out of. No, actually, they're one game out of playoff contention. The Bulls. So, like, why isn't he there over? But again, I guess it's because of Celtics. You got Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. But Rudy Gobert, like, come on, I don't know. I don't understand. Utah's killing right now. I mean, Utah's 20-5. They've got the best record in the league, I think. Yeah, they do. That's crazy.
I'm surprised because they always seem to be that. So this is the team: Utah, Portland,
Nuggets,
Denver.
Yep. Grizzlies, the Mavs.
But I don't even count them because they don't usually make it. But out of those teams, they're always those teams that do good. If they do good in regular season, whatever, when they get to the playoffs, they never make it anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't ever expect, even their first round series, I don't. So who would they play? Utah would play Golden State. I would not be surprised if Golden State beat them. I would actually probably low-key pick Golden State to beat them.
Mm-hmm.
And then Denver, and I would put the Lakers over Denver. And then Portland, Phoenix. Like, I mean, Portland can win, but nobody would really be picking like Portland winning. You know what I mean? These are just, for some reason, when they make the playoffs, they just don't do anything. I don't know what it is about those type of teams. Let me see if the East has those type of. Now the East are more. You know who's all right? And I don't know how they win like that. Toronto wins.
Yeah, they're still winning. I don't know. Siakam and Van Fleet, they're still winning.
So so let's match it up right now. Who would you pick and who would you win? So it would be Philly against Atlanta. Who would you choose?
Philly's winning that.
Yeah, Philly's killing them. That might be a low-key a sweep. And unless Trey, I'll give them one game because Trey will just go off.
Yep. Yeah.
Milwaukee and Charlotte. You know what's funny?
I would pick the Hornets. Why not?
I would be like the Bucks just because. Come on, you're the Bucks. But you're right.
It might be 4-2. It might be 4-2.
I think it would not be a yes. I think it would be a long series. I think it would definitely be a long series, and I wouldn't be surprised if Melo just went insane.
The Hornets are having fun, man. When the Hornets are playing, it's crazy. Like they're really out there. Like, playing.
Jordan finally made a right pick, man. Finally made a freaking right pick. Brooklyn against Toronto.
Yeah, it's not. Brooklyn's killing.
I love Toronto's feistiness, but it's over.
Yeah.
Boston, Indiana. So I low key don't watch enough of Indiana to really, really know. Even though I've seen them, I seen them against the thing. I was gonna do a video on it too, but I was like, I'm just gonna wait for the Nets versus Golden State. But watching that game, the Nets are supposed to be like not this good defensive team. They held them to like 94 points. They held the Pacers without KD. So I'm like, damn, that's not good look for the Pacers. So I definitely would. I like Boston too. I just always like.
I think Boston will show up in the playoffs. Yeah. They've got, they always talk about how young they were, but I think they've gotten a little.
Yeah, I think they're ready to kind of make a deeper like. I wouldn't be surprised if they made the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, I agree. All
right, so the West, Utah versus Golden State. Like I said, I'm picking Golden State, man.
Yeah, I don't think Utah's going to show up.
I'm picking Golden State. I'm just picking Golden State because I think Steph hears all the talk about in the playoffs. He don't do nothing, and I think this would be like a big. Like, even if they don't make it far, if they do that and upset like a number one seed Sunday, that's a big resume. But that's like something good. Like all right, Steph.
I just don't see Utah having the like veteran leadership and the like go-to at the end to win. Like nothing against Donovan Mitchell, like he's really playing well, but I just don't think he's Steph caliber, to really just put the team on his shoulders and carry him all the way through, especially in a 4-game series against world champions.
Yeah, didn't Shaq say?
Yeah, he called him out to motivate him.
Well, like it was like an awkward situation, right?
Yeah, he's like, I don't know if you're gonna get to the next level or something like that. So, but I think he was trying to motivate him too, like just to get him over that edge.
In his own
his own Shaq way.
His own his Shacky way. I don't even know if that's a word. How long is it? It's okay, it's 1 minute. So let's watch it. You want to watch it? Let's watch it.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
So we're gonna watch this. So this was supposed to be an awkward moment between
post-game interview.
Post-game between Shaq. If you guys know anything about Shaquille O'Neal, he is always either you don't even know sometimes want to take him serious or not, and he's just always.
That's why I don't know. I don't know if you should take him serious or not on this one.
He has that syndrome where I think sometimes he just thinks because he's the biggest person, he can say whatever he wants or tallest, whatever.
He even said that before. He's like, I say whatever I want,
Yeah. So I remember I caught a glimpse of this. I didn't really get to see the whole thing, but let's see what he said. See how this interview went.
Yeah, I did listen to it.
I gotta make a big screen. Hold on. Where's the skip? All right.
Father, this is Shaq. I said tonight that you are one of my favorite players, but you don't have what it takes to get to the next level. I said it on purpose. I want you to hear it. What do you have
Sorry, guys.
to say about it?
All right. That's it.
That's it?
All right. That's it.
Okay, cool.
I mean,
I wanted you to hear it.
So hold on, let's play that back. Okay. I want to make sure everybody hears this because I think Shaq low key did take a shot at him low key.
Shaq, I said tonight that you are one of my favorite players, but you don't have what it takes to get to the next level. I said it on purpose. I wanted you to hear it. What do you have to say about that?
All right. That's it.
That's it?
All right. That's it.
Okay, cool.
I mean,
I wanted you to hear it.
I've been hearing that, Shaq. I've been hearing that since my rookie year. I'm just going to get better and do what I do.
Good.
At the end of the day.
Well, that's what I wanted you to hear you say.
Yes,
Love
sir.
your game, brother. Keep it up.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I think, Spider, with our candy conversation, you guys were the top 5 players. You obviously couldn't see.
All right, so that's it. So low key, I think that Shaq took a shot at him, definitely. Donovan handled it as best as he could. But the thing I don't like is when I want you to stand on what you said. So I don't like when Shaq didn't win, but you're one of my best players. Like, even if you do think that, you low key just took a shot at him. He said that he can't bring a team anywhere, and that's what you just said right beforehand. Whatever about him. What year is Donovan Mitchell in? Do you know what year this is from?
6, 7, something like that.
What did he come with Trey in them? Was that his year too? Luka?
No, he was before them.
He was before them.
Yeah, let me see here.
I just want to know because I hate sometimes when people put are in such a rush sometimes to crown you this and you don't do this. I'd be like
he's young. Never mind. Yeah, he's 2017.
Yeah, so this is what, 4? Not even this year, 4th year, 3rd, 4th year.
17, 18, 19, 20.
Yeah,
5th year. I was gonna say 5 originally, but then I
mean, the furthest have they made it out the first round? I don't think, right? They never made it out the first round.
Well, they were up 3-1, and then that Denver went on that crazy run.
That crazy, right?
So no,
I'm not one. Like I said, I'm not one to. It's tough because I understand what Shaq is saying. Like, if you're a superstar, get me out the first round, like the T-Mac syndrome. You know what I mean? T-Mac.
Actually, hold up. This is only his 4th season.
Yes, I'm saying. If it's 17, it can't be no more than 4 because he's 2021, right? Yeah, so 4 years.
Yeah, so he played. Yeah.
So what is he? 23? He's like 23, 24. Like, this guy is a kid.
Yeah, he's 23.
So he's still a little baby. Yeah, he is not especially with. So who's their second best player? Gobert? Would you consider that his second best player?
So yeah.
Like, that's not good. I mean, I love Gobert and what he does, but
no, they have what's it called? Don't they have what's his name?
Ingles?
Yeah.
Is he that good? I mean, I know he's good, but
I don't know. I mean, Gobert is a defensive presence. I guess he's got a little bit of. I mean, he's huge guy. He's a huge player. He's 7'1".
I'm not, man. Especially when we talk about the West. We just gave you a whole round. So this is the teams they would have to play. They're either playing the Lakers, the Clippers, the Suns, Portland, San Antonio, Denver, or Golden State. Out of all those teams, San Antonio and Portland are probably the only ones that you would give them favor over to win. And even then, Portland might low-key beat them bad. Like San Antonio might be the only team you would be like, you know what? I think the Jazz are gonna beat them. Like the Jazz, I don't know, man.
Okay. So I'm looking here. So they picked up Bogdanovich, who was on the Nets before. So he's good. He can shoot, man. He's a good player. They've got Clarkson, they got Conley, Derek Favors, Rudy Gobert, Joe Ingles, and Donovan Mitchell. Well, that's actually not as bad of a roster as I thought. I don't know.
I want to compare them to the. I want to compare them to keep that roster up. I want to compare them to. I'm just looking at the standings right now. Compare them to San Antonio. See if you can you bring up San Antonio's squad?
Yeah. They don't have San Antonio don't have anybody.
It's all coaching over there, man. It's just all coaching. Yeah.
Oops, I definitely spelled that wrong. Oh, do they still have what's his name? LaMarcus Aldridge?
Right, the team is hilarious. San Antonio is
still playing. Honestly,
they don't get no free agents.
So LaMarcus Aldridge, DeMar DeRozan, Eubanks, Rudy Gay, Trey Jones, Trey Lyles, Patty Mills.
Yeah, that's enough. They just win because of coaching. Their team is
Murray. What's his name?
I don't know.
Murray, Lonnie Walker. Yeah.
So would you say their roster is better than Utah's?
No.
You think Denver's is better than Utah's?
Denver's is, yeah, they got a better roster. No, you know what? See, Denver, when they lost Jeremy Grant, I feel like they lost a big piece. Because Jeremy Grant was that hustle guy that like was up and coming player.
Yeah.
Losing that was not good for them. He was like their third option.
I don't think. First of all, I don't think Utah is going to stay number one the whole season. So I would not. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they dropped that slot. And but I don't know. I got to see it to believe it in the playoffs. I'm very big on like playoffs. You know what I mean? And I just want to see, because I do remember Donovan having a big game here and there. So it's not like he was trash. You know what I mean? Like playing trash. And
No. Yeah, I mean, I think he's the reason why I think
they
are. But
I like his game too. I like it. I like his game. So I'll be rooting for them to win one game. But I think their best bet is to match up against Denver or San Antonio, because I think Dame is too big time. Like that's scary. Like Dame is
he's you want to talk about somebody who shows up in playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's scary. He's just scary. But the only thing that sucks about him, he has the Chris Paul syndrome. He gets injured. That's the worst thing. He just gets injured. But other than that,
everything's on his shoulders.
He's putting up buckets. No, that was just good. You have anything else you want to talk about? Anything else you want to say? Any last things you want to discuss? We can discuss like the last 10, 15 minutes.
Man, we had our AAU went long. You know, it's funny. So somebody brought up a point about, because we were saying how kids get injured, remember? We're like, oh, they just play so much. They play so much. So like it's all about load management now. You talk about like the NBA, they load management. They don't play. But I don't know. I think so. Like LeBron has been so fortunate to not get hurt, right? He hasn't had any major injuries like that. But
yeah,
his longevity is like, yeah, okay. He takes a playoff here and there, like he does stuff like that. But I mean, he plays almost every game. He doesn't really like rest like that. And by year 15, like you rest a little bit. That's, you know, it is what it is. Kawhi was resting after like in year 6. So like, you know, to me that doesn't really matter. But I think these guys, when it comes down to it, it's conditioning, right? Like you talk about Chris Paul, right? His conditioning, the things he does, injury prevention. I mean, I know he got injured, but still play at that high level. Like it has to be something. Like they're killing their bodies, but they're still like they do the right thing. I feel like they've got to be doing something. They're constantly working on strength training and different things, flexibility, whatever. So I think a lot of kids now with AAU, they don't do that. They don't prepare their bodies to compete at a high level repeatedly. So I think that's part of the problem. Why? Because it's not just like somebody brought up a point, right? It was like, we remember when we used to go to the park, we play all the time, right? We just play forever.
Yeah.
What's the difference between that and playing 5 games or 4 games in one day?
I mean, it's not because we're literally playing for at least a minimum 2 hours or something like that. So
I mean, even if think about it, if we're at the park from like 11 to 6,
and that's even worse because then you got to add outside to like
Yep. So like that's you know, to me, I'm like, I don't think there's really a difference. So like we did it. You know, kids do it these days, but kids this generation are very different than we were. I don't think they're as active. They're not outside as much, right? Everything that they do from a physicality standpoint is very much structured. It's like join an organized thing where we were just outside, running around, you know, jumping off things, doing stupid stuff, right? Like our bodies, we were just active. And so I think you take, and I'm not trying to get into a sexist point of it, but like a lot of girls, until they show emphasis on like a sport or some sort of activity, they're not running around like boys are all the time. Maybe some are, but it's not it's not the norm. So these girls come and start playing basketball, and if they're not strength training, they're not developing their bodies, they're not doing injury prevention, they're going to get hurt. Like, it's inevitable they're going to get hurt. So I think a lot of games is the injury is a result of a lot of games, but it's also not being prepared. So I don't know how much these kids prepare, because it's like, oh yeah, you go to training, you're train. But what are you doing in between? Are you working on flexibility? Are you working on those other things that help avoid injury? I mean, nobody's going to be perfect and never get injured, but like, you're going to roll your ankle, you can do this. But like these bad injuries, your body's just not prepared then, I think. I don't know. There's got to be. These people have jobs now, like the injury prevention guys, for that reason, because so many people get hurt.
What I noticed is no, I agree with that 100% what you're saying with the injury prevention. And the one thing that I noticed a lot about those type of players, so less LeBron, because LeBron is just an anomaly that he's still like, his game is based on like athleticism a little bit more, so he just still gets up and does all that stuff or whatever. But hey Ray, what's up? Thanks for coming through. Damn, she just messed me up. Oh, because so I think one of the biggest things, so I started to notice that what they do is Chris Paul, like after watching the Devin Williams breakdown of Chris Paul, he does not attack the basket like that crazy. He pulls up his game, so he purposely, and I think he does this purposely because this is going to give him longevity, is he's not attacking the basket, taking the hits, having to always pick yourself up off the ground, all this stuff, little things like that, where he's pretty much just getting to a mid-range spot and just shooting. So it's like a Steph Curry. He's going to be in the league for a long time. Even low-key, after watching Kyrie, I watched Kyrie Irving highlights. Devin Williams was doing like a mixtape video, and he just did old school mixtapes. Kyrie's highlights, 50% of them is him dunking in high school. And I'm talking about he did some dunks. Like Kyrie has bounced, but people don't think of stuff like this. I look deep. Why doesn't he dunk in the NBA? There has to be a reason, because I think he's preserving his legs. Like he does, even when he does his crazy layups, he might do one crazy layup where he really gets up and under, but most of the part is just trickery layups. There's nothing where like athleticism is really the key in what he's doing. And I think that's their way of longevity and preserving themselves to where they can last long. That's why him, KD, Harden, like that's why you see Westbrook like that. These types of players are going to last forever because they understand that as they get older, it's so much more wear and tear on your body. So like you said, Chris Paul, like all they do, like even when you look at their offseason training, it's a lot of light weights. It's more about focus on form, technique, and it's all about balancing on one leg, another, like loading on one leg, whatever. Right? It's like little things like that help to strengthen like your joints,
all
your
little muscles, all those
little things. Like I don't know if you ever like now that I started. Like I literally focus on my back. Like I focus on my back. And I think my lower back problem, most of it comes from, it's not even my lower back. It's tight hips, tight glutes, like tight stuff like that.
Yep.
So I just like any little video that I see that has something helping your lower back or helping tightness, I always look into it. So this last one I saw has really helped me out. From today, I played how I feel from when I played on Monday is night and day. And it's from just doing this little maintenance thing that they showed. So it doesn't even matter what it is, because what works for me might not work for you. But the point is that you have to be, I think this is me coming back full circle to where you started, what your point was with these kids, is that it's tough to put in that time. Because I'm literally here sometimes. You have to watch TV, watch a game or something, because you're literally, it's not like I get to, like when you're stretching, you do stuff like it's like you're relaxed. Like stretching is hard. Like you're really putting a lot of force on those joints. Like it takes breathing. Like I would be, after I'm done with the little, and I don't do nothing. Like, it's like 5 different workouts. After I'm done, my chest is sweating. I'm sweating. I'm like, bro, I have to open a window. I'm like, bro, this is crazy. But people, like, I want to do this every day. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to get to, now that I'm starting to feel good, this is when I would usually back in the day, I would go back and just stop doing it. But I'm going to continue and do it. So I think the biggest thing for kids is the excuse of not having enough time and not wanting to have to go through. Those NBA players understand those little things, help them get longevity and help them last longer in the league and play at their high level, because nobody wants to go on a basketball court and not play to your full potential, no matter where you're at in your game or in your NBA career or whatever career you're at. So I think that's one of the biggest things is that time, and it's boring. It's boring. Like sitting there holding a stretch for 2 minutes, or like it's tough because you feel, because you're stretching and you're feeling the tightness or wherever in the area. It's tough and it's boring because you're literally just holding it for there. So you know what I mean? So people don't want to go through that. But I don't, now that I like, once you feel it and you know it works, I don't mind it. I love it. It's good.
Yeah, I think that boring part and the time piece of it is what gets a lot of kids, and it also gets parents. So like we talked about how because the kids, you tell kids they're going to play 11 games, they don't care. They're like, yeah, great, 11 games. I'm going to play that. I love it. It'll be fun. But like the parents are like, yeah, let's do 11 games because those games matter more than the practice, which to me, I think is ridiculous. I think it's backwards.
That's what we talked about last time. Yeah,
you should just be practicing a lot more than you should be playing, so that the playing has impact. You know, but
even I noticed low key when teams practice, there's really not warm ups. There's not like giving them a 10-minute warm up to stretch and stuff like that. It's usually you come in the gym and you put on your sneakers and you're just playing. So I make it a point for my team. So even if we only have an hour and a half to practice, then we're gonna lose those first 10 minutes after that. But we're stretching and warming up. These kids need to get into good habits of not. You don't just come on court cold and just play like that. That's one of the things I hate about AAU. They give you no warm up time. And I understand why, because they have to get these teams playing. But it's so bad. That's not good for the kids. That's detrimental. 5 minutes to warm up after they've just been sitting down for 3 hours waiting for their next game. That makes no sense.
And there's no room. There's no room to do it, right? There's nowhere to like.
No room. There's no room. There's no room because you can't do it on the side because everybody's walking around. And then if you do, you might luckily be able to do it on the side if you have a big enough facility. But for the most part, it's tough to like get that done because it's just so much going on with people walking back and forth and all that craziness. Mm-hmm. But like I said, I think at the end of the day, it comes down to you have to, as a kid, you need to have the right people. Like I always think, like if I'm a parent and I have my son, like all these things that I do, I'm going to teach them. You know what I mean? So it's going to come down to them. So they're gonna, like, if my kids are in sports, they're going to know warming up. They're going to know all this stuff because I've been through the injuries, been through the negative. So I don't want them to go through that stuff. So it's not, when they get older, it's not going to be like you have to force them or they're going to feel like forced into doing it. They're already going to be embedded in them because I'm going to teach them from a young age. So I think that's a big thing. A lot of the parents aren't athletes, you know what I mean? They haven't played a sport and they don't really know the insides and intricacies of like playing a sport and all those the little things that go into it. They think, like you said a perfect example. They think it's just let's play games and just play games and get better by playing games. But there's a lot that goes in outside of playing and even outside of practice, outside of working out, training, like that recovery mode. And like I said, even though it's boring and I said the time, but like as soon as we're off this, I came home. I'm taking a shower. I'm stretching. I'm stretching. I'm taking a shower. I'm gonna foam roll and I'm gonna ice my knee. Like I'm doing all that. I don't care if I'll be up till 2:00 in the morning. I'm doing all of that no matter what, because I know that I'm at this point. If my goal is to get back into somewhat basketball shape where I feel good on the court, I got to do these little things. And I feel like if I always want to be the person that does it and doesn't like actions speak louder than words. So I always want to show that I do it and not just talk about it. So
yeah.
That's a little rant for you kids. If anybody's listening, everybody comes with this. Definitely don't take recovery for granted. Please do not take that for granted. Stretching, foam roll, icing. Even if before the biggest time to do these things is before anything feels sore, anything hurts. Do it just as a prevention measure. Because even if you do it like that, once you get hurt, your body will recover quicker just because it's more prepared for that.
Yeah, I didn't. I sat at my desk all day doing work, so I had to come down. So about an hour before we were getting on, I just came down and did my little like back stretch and had to do something, did a little workout. But I mean, it's it's hard. I can't preach to my kids, the ones that we're coaching and training. If I'm not going to do it, I can't tell them or expect them to do it. So last night we had practice, and I gave them a chance to redeem themselves. I do a little shooting thing, and they missed. I said double or nothing. And they missed again. All right, we're gonna run. It is what it is. So they had to run double suicide, but they go front and then back pedal. So it's there, back, and then each one. So double.
Damn.
And I had 17 kids last night with me, so I had to split it up because we only had one course. So I had to split it up, and I ran the first one. I said, somebody's got to beat me. If you don't beat me, you got to do it again. So they didn't beat me, and then I ran it again. I did it again. And I said, if one of them beat me, then the other team doesn't have to run again. They were like, oh, they didn't beat me. I'm like, come on, you girls, like, that's just running. That has nothing to do. Like, you can run. You guys are young. You should be able to run. I'm not like fast anymore like that. It's just how bad do you want it? But then I tell you, it's cheating because I can backpedal faster than they can go. So that's
I'm done. Those days are done with me. I used to do that early on with them.
We used to backpedal up the hill.
I did a low key. I did a one-on-one challenge. I said anyone that beats me gets $20. But I was just joking. But I'm really gonna do it with them. I'm gonna do it with them where I play for real. I wasn't playing for real. I was just joking, shooting hella jumpers. But I could have drove on them anytime I wanted to.
No, I know.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do something like that, a challenge, and I'm gonna give them. I'm not gonna give them $20, but because I might end up.
That's an AAU. That's an AAU NCAA violation.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Right. They're gonna take them out of college. The NCAA is so stupid. But nah, this
you guys, you just gotta. We gotta do what we preach, and so I feel like these kids need the example. They need to see it because the parents don't know. I would talk about how my dad, as much as he coached and did stuff, he didn't have a clue. Like, he really didn't know what it meant to get to that next level. So, us being where we are now, it changes things. You know what it takes to be at a certain level. If your players have aspirations to be at a certain level. So, but I mean, I just, that's what kills me when I see players like, don't look at what the NBA does. Don't look at what like high level college players do. I mean, that doesn't apply to you. It absolutely does. It applies to you. If you want to play at a high level, why wouldn't you look at the best players in the world? It's just, to me, it doesn't make sense. What are they doing? What are the best programs in the country doing? Injury prevention. Have the best trainers out there, have the best physical therapists out there. Like, it's a no-brainer. So if you're not going to follow those kind of steps and methods, it's a waste. You're asking to get hurt. But yeah, so it's good.
I'm just reading this. Okay, so is that you? That was what's the name? All right, so no, this was dope, super dope. So guys, shout out to everybody on Instagram. Shout out to everybody on Facebook. Yeah. Shout out to everybody that was on live on YouTube. Thank you all for the support. It is 100% greatly appreciated. If you guys are still here, or if you catch this, like I said this before, I'm gonna say it again before we leave. If you guys catch this on, let me stop this because they'll kick us off if this play these highlights. Yeah. YouTube don't play no games. If you guys didn't catch it earlier, I said that me and Coach Park are gonna come back on tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are gonna preview the Brooklyn Nets against the Golden State Warriors. That game is gonna be played tomorrow at, I think, 8 p.m. I want to say he's playing 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, I think so.
Some late night. It's definitely a showcase game. 8 p.m. It's at night. One does that game. But as you guys are reading on the screen, Brooklyn Nets star Kevin Durant returns to practice, ready to face the Golden State Warriors. So if you all don't know, Steph Curry is playing out of his mind right now. So this is one of those everybody always says, "Oh, I'm waiting for the playoffs. I don't watch NBA regular season basketball. It's so boring." But
is a playoff.
this is one of those games. This is gonna be one of those games where all eyes are gonna be on this. So we're gonna talk about it beforehand, 1 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna talk about it Tuesday after the game is done. We're gonna talk about how it went. I'm gonna probably do a video on the game. It's gonna be all about this game. I just feel like it's gonna be special. I'm gonna be tuned in. I know Parker's gonna be tuned in too when it actually comes plays live.
Yeah.
So definitely come through, guys. Support. It's gonna be good. Just like this is probably gonna be like an hour or so, not too long. We're just gonna talk about the matchups, talk about the team, talk about who we think is gonna win the game. What do we think the stat line is gonna be for each player? Stuff, not each player, but like the star players or whatever. See how it goes, stuff like that. And we might even have a little wager. We might bet if we have difference of opinions. We might have to throw a little wager in there, a little something, you know what I mean, to get it going. But
yeah, we can do that.
Definitely, guys, tune in. So 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, Saturday. Tune in with us. This was great. Definitely good to have this. Good thing we came in. Like I said, I am out. I have to go stretch, shower, ice, foam roll, massage. Jesus, I need to eat dinner. I have done zero. I actually fasted today. I fasted 24 hours. I did a 24-hour water fast or whatever.
I would have passed.
Water and green tea. I had no water and green tea, but and I played basketball during the fast, and I was just
I would have passed out.
I'm done. After I do all this, I'm going to sleep. My day is done. But all right, so we're looking forward to it. It's gonna be mad fun. I'm looking forward to that. I want to really so if you want to bring anything you think about, anything about that game, it's gonna be all about that. That's all we're talking about. It's them two. Matchup. This might be a finals preview. Am I saying yeah? Nah, it's definitely not.
Unless Clay magically comes back, I don't think that's
right. Definitely not. All right, thank you all for the support. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. Till next time, Coach Kev, Coach Park, and we're out. Peace.